of export is necessary and justified?
Yes, I think it is justified. I think it's something, and I'm pleased to see that Mr. Starmer's doing something or trying to do something. It's very important that we have to understand when we're talking is actually, if you think of our export market, you know, British Steel plays an important role. So you're not just only losing jobs, supply chain within that, and losing jobs within that supply chain within the UK. You're losing, and we've had it report, Talbot and others, possibly £5 billion worth of revenue coming into the UK from our export. And you know, Martin, you've travelled on trains all around the world. It's our market on the trains, as you know. So, you know, there's a lot of worry there. So it's not just an effect. You know, I think we don't realise we kind of put things in a little pocket. We don't realise the whole effect it has around the British industry, not just for obviously British Steel and God forbid for the people that are working at Scunthorpe, which must be devastating. But it's the whole effect of your export. Then you've got the uncertainty with the global trade. You've got a Chinese company owning us, our biggest competitor being China. You know, we've got to be very careful here that we have a look at our exports, excuse me, our exports, and see how we can make British Steel really work for us as a competitive British Steel with our virgin steel that we have and we make. And one of the biggest problems we have as well, just quickly, is that we're being forced down this green kind of arc furnace, which costs a fortune. And probably the investors are looking and saying, can we afford to actually invest while we're losing money as well?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, the leader in the Daily Telegraph, the big headline, is British Steel exposes the madness of net zero. It also exposes what must be very difficult times within the Labour Party itself, because they're very, very keen on net zero. And yet they're going to have to take decisions that go against their own policies.
Yeah, and when I've been on here, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat all of a sudden. We talked about this, Anna, on this show. You know, on one hand, we're trying to force down the hand of companies and the large organisations to go green, but actually have a look at the effect it has. Yes, we all want to be more environmentally friendly, but you have to have a clear strategy of what you're trying to achieve. And this nonsense that we're being forced down with Miliband to have it done so quickly is turning away the investors. And like we've just said, who's going to invest in something where they're going to have to spend millions and millions of pounds to then turn something that is going to take a long time? You know, so it's a real kind of area where the government really needs to sit down and say, what are we trying to achieve here? Like I said, we're going to be out the G7. We're going to be the only country, and this country of the UK, which was a global exporter for many years, is diminishing by the years. So we need to have a clear strategy, I think, going forward.
Thank you very much, Richard Bartlett. One gets the impression of a rock hitting a hard place as far as net zero.